Hello, I am Dan Cox, and I am a coach with the Marks and Connection, and I am here today to talk about some principles and concepts, and those which I believe are pretty much the most important or one of the most important concepts in achieving success, and that is the principle of be, do, and have. And I would like to talk more specifically about the be involved in that equation, because the be is what drives everything. It drives what we do, or the action steps to create change to achieve what we want to have, or our desires of our dreams. So as a coach, I wondered, why is it that some people can make the necessary changes to who they are on a B level, and of course perform the action steps and achieve what it is that they want, and other people would experience transient relief or temporary changes only to default back to the same habit patterns that created the same outcomes, which is basically their life experience. So I guess we have to ask ourselves, where is it that our B level comes from? And people that have been exposed to these resources know it, but others may not. And the answer is, it's our past experiences, how we were influenced, or our MFTP, mother, father, teacher, preacher. So if we know it and we learn this concept, why can't each and every person make the necessary changes to who they are on a B level to create the life that they desire and achieve the dreams that they have? So as a coach and as doctors of chiropractic, we all want to know the why behind things. What is it where is this dis-ease coming from in thinking, or this dysfunction? So in our culture, that is to say the people in the Marks and Connection, we understand that it's our thinking, and our thinking has a huge effect on our life. So if we keep thinking the same thoughts and performing the same actions and experiencing the same feelings or emotions, what do you think you're going to get? What do you think you're going to experience? You're going to experience pretty much more of the same. So who we are on a B level is our personality. And I'm not talking about the social mask that we wear at a party. It is who we really are, our true personality. When we're alone at night in our thinking and our self-talk, that is who we really are on a B level. So our B level is our personality. And our personality is what has created our personal reality, which is our life, our current life situation. So most people try to create a new personal reality or change in their life as the same personality, and it never works. So to make the necessary changes and to create the greatness that we desire, we have to become someone else. And when I was exposed to some great resource, which was the work of Joe Dispenza, I learned that it is a physiological phenomenon. And there's a principle in neuroscience that says nerve cells that fire together wire together. And so if we have a thought, and I'm going to use the example of an unworthy thought. If we have an unworthy thought, what that does is it sets off some circuits in our brain, and it causes our brain to fire in a specific sequence, pattern, and combination, which then creates a chemical. And that chemical is what creates the emotion that we feel, or the feeling. So if I have an unworthy thought, my brain will do what it does, and it'll create those chemicals, and then I will have the feeling of unworthiness. And when I feel unworthy, do you think I'm going to have great thoughts and unlimited thoughts, or am I going to have more unworthy thoughts? Well, I think we know the answer to that. So people get caught up in this cycle of thinking and feeling and feeling and thinking. And this goes on for some people for months and years. And this is neuroplasticity. And this is what creates the pathway of our thinking. And this is what defines who we are. And the person that is caught up in that cycle of thinking and feeling, it eventually causes them to define them as being an unworthy person. So eventually they say to themselves on some level, either verbally or non-verbally, I am unworthy. So if somebody on a subconscious level has defined themselves as unworthy, it's going to be very, very difficult for that person with that level of B to make the changes necessary and achieve what they want. So if they truly want to change and create the greatness, they're going to have to change these pathways. They're going to have to change who they are on a B level. So in order to do that, they have to create new pathways and cancel the old ones, because the same principle applies. Nerve cells that no longer fire together no longer wire together, and they will eventually just atrophy away. And by reprogramming themselves and becoming a different person on a B level, they are then in the driver's seat, and they are then in a position to really create the greatness and achieve what they truly desire. And there is some work involved, and they have to reprogram themselves and utilize a morning routine, which would include affirming what they want through affirmation, meditation, visualization. And by doing this over the course of time, they will become, on a B level, the person that has the potential to achieve whatever it is that they want. I hope you found this interesting and insightful. Thank you.